have you ever gotten any complaints from us when it comes to your cooking?
No.
No complaints.
Only wanting seconds. That's
Right.
Well, we were totally telling on us.
We were on The Biggest Loser after all.
Hi, everybody.
Hey.
So, Olivia, we have a very VIP special guest today.
Special guest. Yes.
Who is this?
Thank you.
For those of you who may know or may not know, this is our beautiful, wonderful mother, Betsy Curley. And
You see the resemblance? You see the resemblance?
Yes, we definitely.
I'm a little shorter. I'm the short one in the middle.
That's quite all right. We definitely have two very good-looking parents.
That's
and
right.
So we come from a good gene pool as far as that's concerned.
I mean, look at these teeth, people. Look at these teeth.
I mean, seriously. But one thing you may not know about my mother is she is one of the most amazing cooks I have
Absolutely.
ever eaten from by far. So I've definitely gotten my love for cooking and entertaining and all of that from my mom. So, you know, it is the holidays.
That's
and
right. Mom, have
everybody-
you ever gotten any complaints from us when it comes to your cooking?
No.
No complaints.
Only wanting seconds. That's
Right.
Well, we were totally telling on us.
We were on The Biggest Loser after all. But one thing that is important around the holidays is, you know, you spend all year really working hard, and
That's
even
right,
during
all
the
your time
holidays,
working hard.
And so it is important that you do indulge, and what a better time when all of your family is together is to have a treat. So this is not a low-calorie treat. This is an indulgent treat, and it's one of our very
Indulge.
favorite cupcakes.
That's right. What's it called?
Well, sometimes they're called tuxedo cupcakes, but what do we call them?
All dressed up.
These cupcakes are all dressed up.
And here's the thing. Until I was about, I want to say 12 years old, I thought cupcakes came with no icing. Because this is an actual cupcake that has no icing. So you do save on calories on the icing. And I know what you're saying. Stop, no icing, stop. You will fall in love with this recipe.
Because don't worry, it may not have icing, but it does have cheesecake in the middle.
Excuse me? What?
Yeah,
What?
so it kind of evens out. But anyway,
Temptation challenge, anyone?
It's super easy to make, and we are going to show you. And tell us a little bit about this recipe.
Well, I cut this recipe out. As you can see, it's kind of yellowed and old. I cut this out of Southern Living magazine, probably sometime during the 80s. In
I was
fact,
about, I don't know, 2 years old.
I was looking at this picture of this lady on here. I think my hair looks kind of like hers even today, which is kind of sad.
That's a whole other vlog waiting to happen.
Yeah, we're not going to get into the hair issue, but anyway, that was kind of sad when I saw that picture today.
That's
me.
amazing.
But anyway, this is a Southern Living
Shocking.
recipe, and this was before they put all the nutritional information on their recipes. Now they put everything on there, but because it's so old, it doesn't tell you calories or anything else. So.
Yeah,
You're totally telling your age.
So just know that, you know, this is an indulgent treat.
That's right.
So don't worry so much about the calories on this particular
One
treat.
very cute thing about my mom, I can remember growing up, is she always saved cookbooks and clippings from the newspaper and this.
Always.
And she makes little notes on the recipe. So in my mom's precious handwriting, it says, very good,
Very good.
exclamation point.
I love
Yes,
it.
it's
So
a
it has the
thumbs
Betsy
up.
Curly thumbs up to
Yes.
start.
Okay,
so what are we going to do to start?
So let's get started. This recipe does have two parts to it. You have the
Okay.
devil's food cake side, which is the black side, and then you have the cheesecake filling, which is the white side. So Hannah and my
Devil's
mom
food
are
cake,
gonna.
cheesecake, you're speaking my language here.
I mean, seriously. So I'm going to work on the devil's food cake side of this particular cupcake, and literally it's from a box. I'm telling you, people, this is like super easy. So I'm going to go ahead and get started on that. You
Okay.
just follow the directions. You get a devil's food cake mix. You need 3 large eggs, 1 cup of water, and a 1/3 cup of vegetable oil. So I'm going to get working on this, and why don't you guys talk about the cheesecake
Okay,
filling.
Mom, what do we need
Okay.
first?
All right, on the filling, basically it's a cream cheese based filling.
Okay.
So basically what you're going to do first is get your cream cheese
Okay.
into your bowl, and you want to be sure your cream cheese is softened, it's at room temperature. If it's
So I'm not allowed to
cold,
just go eat this block because we all know that I could do it just like this.
it's got to sit out, you know, to
Okay,
room
okay.
temperature. If it's
important, Hannah.
If it's cold from the refrigerator, it will not beat up well. So just be sure.
Beat up well, okay.
You've got to beat it.
will not.
So we've got to use
Just
a
beat
mixer. Yeah, you got to use a mixer to beat it so it gets real smooth. It doesn't have any lumps or anything in it.
And beat it, beat it, beat it. Did you want to sing a line to the Michael Jackson song?
No, that's
Oh,
all right.
Okay. Okay, now what?
Okay, so you've got your cream cheese. Then you're going to add, the first thing you're going to add is your sugar. Okay, you're going to add 1/3 cup of sugar. Here's your 1/3 cup. So you're going to add that into your cream cheese.
Okay, I
It's
can
right
do
in.
that.
Just put it right on top.
And remember, when we're baking, you want to do exact measurements like you taught us.
That's
So
right.
skim the
Exactly.
top.
Anytime you're baking, you always want to
A mother is a master baker.
Exact measurements when you're baking.
Okay, what else?
All right.
Excuse me.
All right, so what you want to do now is go ahead and use your mixer and
Okay.
beat the cream cheese and sugar until it's fluffy. So
Okay.
go ahead and take it over
I'll be
here.
right back.
Okay. She's going to mix it, and then we'll add the other ingredients.
Now,
into
tell us
there.
about some of the places you would take these. It's like picnics,
Well,
tell the camera.
I used to make them,
And
you know,
chocolate.
for birthdays,
Over here.
for parties, for sorry,
It's all right.
parties, for taking them to school, or if you had church get-togethers or events. They're real easy to transport because there's no icing. So if they fall over, if they lean over, you're not going to mess them up because there's no icing or anything to mess them.
So this is like foolproof baking, essentially, right?
It's really very, very easy to do. So
Perfect.
And you can, if you want to. I've even seen people make these where they use their own homemade chocolate cake recipe.
Yeah.
And then they just do the filling.
We don't got that kind of time.
We don't.
We got time for that.
We just use the cake mix. But if you have a favorite chocolate cake recipe and you want to make your homemade chocolate cake, you just do that and you do the filling.
Because
You do it the
Hannah,
same
remember,
way.
some people don't want to use,
The preservatives and the chemicals.
I'm sorry,
and-
I'm not even listening to y'all.
Hannah, we're not done yet. We're not.
Oh.
It's not time to lick the beaters.
It's not? Wait,
No,
are you sure?
Hannah,
No,
not yet.
remember, you don't ever do that till you're finished.
But I can rewash them.
But it's
Hannah.
not that. It's that you need all the ingredients in the bowl.
Mom, there's only hardly any left.
Hannah.
Olivia and my mom are such sticklers.
I love
no
this.
fun in the kitchen.
I've been
No,
dying.
you always cook. You never lick stuff until you're finished, and then the leftovers you lick.
Really,
See, I'm
Mom?
not crazy.
Yeah,
I get it from
really.
her.
Okay, you
Okay,
got
what's
the
next?
you got the sugar and you got the cream cheese in there. The next thing you're going to add is 1 egg.
Okay. We need another egg right here. That's okay. I'll grab us an egg.
We need another egg. Yeah, 3 eggs go in the chocolate cake and 1 egg goes in the filling. Oh, sorry. 3
Yes.
eggs go in the chocolate cake and 1 egg goes in the cream cheese filling. So when you add your egg into the cream cheese, you're going to beat it again. So you've got your egg, and you're also going to put in a dash of salt. A dash is like less than a quarter teaspoon. It's just a dash. So you're just going to put a little bit of dash.
This way?
Yeah.
Nope,
No,
you
this
did
way.
it.
Yeah,
You did.
just a little bit. That's good.
Okay.
Then you're going to go ahead and beat that again
Clean
with
the
the
beaters.
mixer. Okay. So you want it all the lumps to be out. You want it to be smooth, like if you were making a cheesecake and you had a smooth cheesecake filling that you poured into your pan. You want it to look like that, like a cheesecake filling would look. Now she's doing the cake mix just with a whisk, which of course you can do. You can also use a mixer to do the cake mix if you want it to go faster. And it's very easy to do it with a mixer too. It goes together real fast. Okay, while she's beating the cream cheese mixture, the last thing we're going to add into it is our chocolate chips. Okay, and we just fold those in.
And how many ounces of chocolate chips are we going to use?
Now this bag, the recipe calls for 6 ounces of chocolate chips.
Yep.
Now, usually you can buy the 6-ounce package of chocolate chips, but in some stores, like when we went to get it today, they only had the big bags of 12 ounce. So if you can only find the 12 ounce,
How much chocolate
you
chips?
just use
Just
half
that
the
bag.
bag.
Half of the bag.
Right, so use about 6 ounce. 6 ounce. It's more, it's not going to matter if you go a little over or a little under. It's not going to
And
make
when
a
you
whole lot
say
of
with
difference.
chocolate chips, like, it's really okay to eyeball with chocolate chips.
It definitely. And if you get the big bag, then you have these left over. You can eat them, or
Are you taking them from me?
Now
I'm gonna fold these in?
with them.
Fold these in?
Yes, fold that in. You can give them to your kids. Use them for
As in
use
your
them for-
kids?
Use them for another recipe.
Yes.
Or if you want
Or
to-
if you just don't have the calories in your house, get them out, give them away.
yeah, true.
Right, Mom?
That's right.
Oh my
That's
gosh, this looks
right.
absolutely
Get 'em
positively
out.
divine. I really want to taste this right
That
now, but I
looks
won't.
delicious.
Yes, looks great.
Okay, now what, Mom?
Now, okay, so you've got your cake mix,
Yep.
you've got your filling. What you want to do, when you fill your muffin tins, you do want to use the paper liners.
Okay.
Don't
Okay.
just put them directly in there.
Okay.
Use your paper liners. And normally, if you did a normal cupcake, you would use a whole scoop of ice cream scoop to fill it. But
Okay.
these, because the filling's going in, you can't do them quite that high.
Okay.
So you want to do about 2/3 full.
Just say this smells
Okay.
like chocolate cheesecake in a bowl.
about 2/3 full.
All right, tell me,
See, probably just a little bit more.
how's that?
Yeah, I think
A little
maybe
bit
just-
more? Or
No,
you think
that's good. That's good. About like
My
that.
mother is very precise.
Well,
Me too. I love it. She's speaking my language, people.
you will probably have a little bit left over. We're making 24 here because we have this 2 muffin tins. But you
12
probably
times
will
2.
have- You probably will. You probably could make maybe 3 more than 20, maybe 27.
Okay, so what's next?
All right. So what you're going to do next? You're going to take a spoon. You
Okay.
can use a teaspoon.
Okay.
Okay. You're going to use like a
I'll
heaping
see you later.
teaspoon. of the filling, and you're just going to put it, put it right in the middle.
Okay.
You don't need to press it down or anything. Just go ahead and put it
So
right
how
in the
about I
middle.
turn this? That way I can start on that.
Sure.
Is that okay?
Yeah, of course.
Make sure mine has plenty of chocolate chips.
And then you can go back if you have some left over and you want to put a little more in. You can do that too. But usually you start out with about a teaspoon, kind of a heaping teaspoon in each one.
It makes a very pretty cupcake too.
It
Like
does.
it looks. It's like very.
It's all dressed up.
We're all about.
I love it.
That's
All about
right.
presentation around here.
Absolutely. Okay, so after you get these filled, you put them in a preheated oven at 350 for how long did it say?
Yes, it should say
Let's
on the
see.
back
Mom
here.
always says a preheated oven's a happy oven.
Yeah, you always have to remember when you're baking, the very first thing you always do is preheat
Preheat your oven, people.
That way you don't have to wait when you get your things prepared. Everything is ready for
Your
you.
oven is waiting for you, not you for your
Now
oven.
you're going to bake these for 25 minutes.
Perfect.
And, don't worry if they sometimes, because you have the filling in there, they'll go a little bit over the top.
I
Don't
love
worry
over the
about
top.
that.
I do too. That's my favorite.
you
I mean,
can
that's our
al-
middle name, Boots.
Well, you can always trim them around the edges. If
Trim
you,
'em?
if you
Give
want
'em a trim?
If you want them to look, exactly round on
But
the
I like
top.
my work kind of messy.
So,
Let's face it, I'm not the neatest child here, right?
Well, you said it.
No comment.
This is my favorite video so far. I love
Let's get the editing pencils out here. Give me that.
it. Okay, so we're going to continue filling the cupcakes and putting the
That's right.
stuffing in them. And we're going to put them in our preheated oven for how long did you say, Mom? What was it?
All right, it's 20 minutes. Oh, wait a minute. Let me check again. It's 25
She's gotta
minutes.
double check.
25 minutes, and we will come back and show you the finished product when they're all done.
When they're all dressed up. So what's just popped out of the oven?
Our fresh, all dressed up cupcakes.
And even though they look like naked cupcakes because they're not ice, they're dressed because of what's in the middle.
Yeah, why don't you show me, Hannah?
The moment of truth. This is exciting, Mom. Are you excited?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Oh my gosh,
Haven't
they're
had
nice
these for
and
a
warm.
while.
Yeah,
It feels
these are
kinda light.
definitely a treat.
Oh my gosh.
Delicious. So you have the cheesecake filling in the middle, the chocolate chips. Here you go, Mom. Here, I'll
You
split
just
it
give
with
me
you.
a little piece there.
I'll have my own half.
My goodness.
Ready, ladies? 1 and 2. Let's taste.
Tastes pretty good.
I mean, they're delicious. Man,
I can't.
these are really good.
Makes you want to.
Well, these are definitely a treat. So great for the holidays. Like Mom said, you don't have to worry about icing getting everywhere. They are easily portable. So why don't you give these a try, or why don't you leave in the comments whatever your family's favorite indulgent treat
That's
is?
right.
Because we can just make this like a big cupcake swap, or whatever in the comments. So thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much,
special
Mom.
Oh, you're very welcome, girls.
Mom, aka Boo Eats, is her nickname.
I think, Mom, this might.
I have several nicknames, actually. Some of them we're not going to say.
Yes, but I have to admit, I think Mom is my favorite special guest we've had so far.
Really?
Oh,
I
well,
think-
thank you, girl.
By far.
I hope you'll invite me back.
We will.
Would you like to come back?
I would love
Let
to
us
come
know in the
back.
comments if you want to see Betsy
Is
come
she not
back.
precious? Is
I'd
she
love to
not
come back.
precious?
Definitely. She's awesome.
I can tell you some secrets about these two.
No. On that note, we are signing off from Life Inspiration.
Let's get her out of here.
All right, talk to you later. Bye.